Hey everyone, welcome back to Supermarket Simulator. I am really excited about getting so many new things done and I've been doing a lot of progress. I've been getting floors, I've been getting more licenses, I've been getting freezers, just tons of stuff. And it's been super fun. But I think for today, since I'm trying to say specific goals and commit to them during these recordings, I think that today is going to be less about doing some large upgrade. It's going to be more about preparing for the next stuff that I'm going to need to do. So, I think that today is going to be more about getting the next size upgrade for the storage area, and then getting more of the flooring done, and then depending on how long those take, possibly getting either a vehicle or a store upgrade to the size of the store itself. The thing is, I feel like the one that I would want is the carrying heavy loads one if I'm going to be using it to get more products, which at this point I absolutely cannot afford. And so the growth for another size of store is 4,400, which I don't know if that's doable yet, but the next storage size is pretty doable. I know I'm gonna need enough racks in there to get a restocker person eventually. I'm not sure if that's something I'm gonna try and do today or just something to work towards in the future, but that is definitely something that I need to keep in mind. I'm really low on a lot of things right now. These sell fast, so I need to get plenty. Also, Cosmos is here right now, and so I have the back door open because he's been inside a lot today because it's been super hot, and so he's kind of wanting to go in and out. So there might be a little bit of background noise, but he is a little bit stir crazy in the really hot temperatures because he's inside all day, and then I'm waiting until it gets a little bit cooler before we go out on an actual walk, because I want to make sure that the pavement is also cool enough for him, since his little feet can get burned easily, and the asphalt gets really hot really fast and takes so long to cool off. But I think after I do this recording, I'll probably go do that, so I need to plan my time in this game with that in mind. The butter stacks so satisfyingly. Okay, I'm probably gonna those soon. Yep. And just because of what happened the last time with running out of everything, or no, I can't quite yet, but I'm gonna prepare to order a little more of all the produce so that I don't have to worry about being out of it. Nope, that's done. This does need to be restocked. I'm helping them a little bit until go away. That's not what I'm looking for. Where the heck are my tiles? I have so many large boxes now. And I'm also just absolutely destroying this entire pile. Oh well. I forgot what I was saying. But I want to help with some of the restocking just because I feel like it's getting to the point where the size, the size of my store is making it a little bit hard for them to keep up with all the time, and I want to make sure that I'm giving them the best chance by having things as stocked up in the morning before the store actually opens, before I officially open and people start taking everything off of all the shelves. Okay, I got 2 boxes though. Where are the other boxes? I'll find them eventually. But also, even though I'm trying to help them by, oh, that's stacked perfectly. Even though I'm trying to help them by helping in the morning and putting stuff away, I'm still not gonna really do much in terms of actually putting away the boxes. There it is. Okay, and with that, even though it's not done, the area that the customers go is done now, so that looks really nice. You almost can't tell that this part is not done. But yeah, I like how that looks. That is very good to have finished. Hi, Cosmos. Okay, it looks like everything is restocked enough that I should open the store even if it's not 100% restocked. And I will grab a couple items and just lurk here and wait for people to take them so that I can... I don't get why they always prioritize getting stuff out of the store before everything else, I guess, to like make it look tidy, but honestly I don't really think that that matters as much compared to, well, I mean, as long as they are keeping stuff on the shelves, that's my biggest concern. And then whether they get stuff out of the store first or get stuff out of the street first, it doesn't really matter. Okay. Cosmos is enjoying going back and forth and hanging out outside and then coming back in. Okay, this is an empty box, so I will actually throw it away. And then, are there, oh, well, I think I need this. Unless they did that already. I will just help restock stuff in this area. I have like one left in here. Exactly one left. Okay, I just need one person to buy them and then I can get rid of this box, which makes less work for both my restockers and myself. But every time I hold a specific box with only one thing left, there we go. Suddenly no one buys that thing anymore. Except this time they did, so that's nice. What is this? Kiwis. Okay. Order. I love that the honeybees cereal is just coincidentally right under the actual honey, just because that's how the shelving worked out. Also, I'm recording this video the same day that it's for, which is Friday, and I have to say, today has been actually really productive, and I have been kind of struggling with burnout and productivity recently, and I've talked about that a little bit, but I kind of want to brag about it because today I got up at like 10, which is earlier than I've been getting up most of the summer just because various reasons, but mainly burnout stuff. And then my dad is taking a moving truck to my sister's dorm that she just moved into today, and so she had to bring a lot of her own furniture and stuff, so he's going over to bring that, and on the way, sure, I could always use more of that, but on the way he dropped off a couple of things at my house, so I had to be ready to move those in, and then, I don't know why this is over here. So I was up early for that, but I ended up doing a batch of laundry and dishes all before he even got there. And then we moved the stuff in, and then I did some stuff, just more unpacking some of the boxes that I brought over recently, and then I also was giving Cosmos some attention because he was hanging out and wanting all the attention, so I cuddled him for a while because he was a little bit stressed about seeing the moving truck in the driveway. And my sister's bunnies are moving with her, so they had to sit in their carrier in my house while we got the stuff out so they didn't get overheated, and Cosmos was very confused why there were bunnies in his house now. So that was kind of fun. And then I have just been actually being kind of productive today, and it's nice. I don't know how long I will maintain this. Why are they? I swear I have more carrots than this. Checkouts are full. I know. Just be patient. That's how that works. When you're at a grocery store and the checkouts have people in them, you wait nicely. Anyway, but I kind of hope that this mood lasts a little bit, because it has been kind of a rough time with just the really extreme burnout, because I haven't had this kind of super extreme autistic burnout in a few years until now. And I'm hoping that this is a sign that I'm starting to get a little better, or at least get better enough that I can actually deal with some of the things that are stressful, that are possibly making it last longer. Because I know there are certain things where my house is really, really chaotic because it's in this constant state of being partially unpacked but not fully unpacked, and that is... I'm not too sensitive to clutter as like a source of stress. I know my mom really is, but it's more like the stress of seeing all the boxes and knowing that they're all something that I need to go through and sort and find places to put, and make sure that that is a place where I'll remember that that's where I put it and all of that stuff. And so I think I starting to deal with that more and starting to get stuff a little bit more situated, it's actually going to help a lot, and so I'm hoping that I'm able to do that. My one thing that I've been trying to do, even with the burnout, which I think I've been doing okay most of the time, is just keeping the upload schedule that I set, because I like having that as kind of a consistency in my life. And even if it's like, okay, well, maybe I can't do laundry or like unpack a box today, at least I'm still keeping this schedule that I set for myself. So that's kind of been the one really strong constant that I've kept throughout all of this. And there were a few days where I missed uploads just because of situations that were not within my control, like having to get internet set up, having stuff like that happen, where just moving chaos meant that I wasn't really able to record or upload at that point. But I just wanted to talk about how today was actually kind of productive and how I'm kind of actually motivated to try and keep being productive later today too, because I think I try to sort of be really honest about stuff I deal with being autistic on this channel, just because, especially in the US right now, which sucks, there's a lot of misinformation and stigma about autistic people, and obviously I can only know my own personal experience. I can't speak for every autistic person, but I feel like a lot of what's being portrayed in the media is extremely harmful and incorrect. And yes, some of it may apply to some very specific autistic people, but in general, it doesn't. So I want to try and talk about that experience in both the ways that it's good and the ways that it can be challenging, because I think hearing from the people of any minority, whether it's a certain culture or a certain disability or neurotype or anything like that, I think is something that is important if people want to have more understanding for other people. And I know with so much misinformation, I want to try and provide at least my perspective whenever I feel up to it. And so I just kind of wanted to brag about how I am actually doing a lot of productive stuff today, because that's not something that happens every day, and I know that a lot of other autistic people probably relate to that, where some days are just not days where you can deal with anything, and then some days you can clean your entire house and go to all your classes and get all your homework done and everything. And I don't currently have any classes because it's summer, but I do have other things that I'm supposed to be responsible for, and so that was kind of a mini side tangent, but I also want to just make myself a resource for people who need one, I guess, because when I was initially diagnosed, they basically said, "You have this, goodbye," and didn't tell myself or my parents anything about what that actually meant, which meant that I had a really hard time finding, that's not what I meant to click on, finding the kind of help that I needed, because no one understood enough to advocate for things that I needed, because I didn't know that a lot of the things that I was experiencing were from autism. So I think education about stuff like that is really, really important. And I feel like it's way too stigmatized, because yes, there are definitely autistic people who would not want people to talk about their particular experience or be questioned about it. That is definitely the case, and if that is, you shouldn't force questions onto those people. And there are definitely parts for me that are hard to talk about. I have a lot of school trauma and other things that make it a little bit more difficult to talk about certain things, but I want to be a person who can talk about what I experience, even just a little bit, so that there is hopefully some decrease in stigma, because especially politically right now, a lot of misinformation about autistic people is being used, and first of all, the people saying it are not qualified to say that kind of thing, and this is not to be like, I don't want to get too political about sides and everything, but there's just a lot of things they're saying that are factually, scientifically wrong about autism, as well as being just not true for a lot of autistic experience. And I think that it's important to understand both sides of, or not even both sides, because there's more than two, but all the sides of even the same autistic person will have very different ability levels and emotional states and everything. Day to day, it's not all consistent. And I think that it's important to appreciate days when it is easier to actually do a lot of things versus days where it's hard to even get out of bed. And I've been trying to be more aware of that for myself, so that I can sort of congratulate myself on days when I am able to do more. And then that also helps me not beat myself up as much about days where I'm like, I should have been able to do this. Because all the days are different, and also there's a lot of different reasons why some days might be different. So that's basically my autism rant for today. But it kind of came from, I was able to do stuff today, and that's exciting. And I'm still kind of in that mood where it's like, I could do more stuff today. It's not to the point where it's like, okay, I've done 4 things, now I have to go do nothing else and just like have a book or sleep or whatever. It's like, I could record this, get this uploading, because this is today's video, and then probably later I could either stream or record another video or do something else and still have energy to do that, which is kind of nice to feel like that. And so we'll see. I also need to upload all of my streaming VODs that I have, because I have been starting streaming again, which has been really fun. But also, I have some from a few months ago that are left over from before I even moved. And I need to definitely get those. And then I have just recently done 2 live streams, so I need to upload those as well. So I think I will open the store, and I think I have enough for now so that I can do that. And now they can get in the other way, so that's exciting. I'll let them organize just because I don't know where things are in there as well as they do. Throw. There you go. Okay. And I will just manage all of these lovely boxes in here and try and empty them without them all being taken away. If they're taken, oh well. There's trash. There's so much produce, and people are buying it, but then they're not. Okay. There we go. Okay. This is going well, and I'm very excited about getting this newest upgrade because I definitely needed to have more space before I even think about trying to get another license, both inside and in the storage area, because there's just so much stuff going on that I need to get more space, to get more racks, to get another restocker, because I cannot run this store without more restockers. No one is buying mushrooms today. But yeah, I need to get more restockers soon before I get another license, which probably means that I will need at least one more storage space upgrade, just because of the amount of racks that would fit in there right now. But I have to double check how that works, because I'm not sure 100%. Okay. Why is no one buying mushrooms? Also, Cosmos is hanging out in the backyard again, and there's a dog yelling back there that is not him, and he keeps being not sure if that's something that he should bark back at or not, because it sounds a lot bigger than him. So he's kind of I want to throw he's kind of indecisive about how to react to this other dog. All of these are in this area. Okay. Perfect. I will turn on the light before I leave. you with that soon. Always looks like those cars hit each other the way they jolt. Also, that one just stopped in the middle of the intersection. It's not very good driving. Okay, what is the next? Look at all of my customers leaving. Okay. Again, all of these are right in this area. It's convenient. Okay. They are in that place. Again, right below. Finally, people have bought these. It might be like if I'm watching them, they don't. And then as soon as I'm not. Yeah, checkouts are full. Patient. Everyone complains so much about the checkouts. They're so ungrateful that they're too hardworking, but also very slow, cashiers working tirelessly to serve them, even though it's been 9 for a while, which is technically closing time. Ungrateful. I'm emptying so many boxes and it's great. Okay. Ah, perfect. Also, Cosmos just started snoring. But anyway, these people complaining about things just to complain. Eventually I should also get a self-checkout, so that's an option. Since I have the guy doing the scale work anyway. Bye. Okay. Let's see what other customization stuff there is, because I have never actually looked at anything other than the name. Ooh. Interesting. Oh, it's the blue one is kind of interesting. It's changing my coloring, which means that I would have to go. I don't really have a ton of money for this right now, so I don't really want to do that yet. And especially the entrance, because I'm kind of orienting things around there. Maybe eventually, but at this exact moment, I feel like that's not really a high priority. I just need to I wonder if you can get a tiny piece of tile to put there. If not, that's also totally fine. But, oh well, I did get my upgrade, so that makes sense. And speaking of getting my upgrade, I have now done the thing that I said that I was gonna do during this video. So I am probably going to end it here because I need to take Cosmos out on his WALK, which I'm not gonna say the word of right now because he is right next to me. And if I say that right now, he will get way too excited way too soon. But I do need to do that, so I'm just going to quickly stock a couple more things in here. And then get ready to do that because it's starting to get a little bit dark, and I need to make sure that he gets all the attention he needs and gets to go around the block a couple times or several blocks, because it's very stir crazy inside when it's so hot all the time, and so he deserves nice walks. But I'm really excited with getting this upgrade because this is going to lead to being able to do a lot of other stuff that I've been wanting to do, like more licenses and larger space inside. And I was also gonna check really quickly before I forget. The new Restocker needs 13 and also 29, which I'm really close to 29. But so that's 5 more racks, which probably won't fit into this space that I have right now, because I could probably put 1 there. Well, I know I could because I had it. And then maybe like 3 there. But I think I need to get 1 more upgrade for them before. Also, I feel like these stairs, this might just be because I work in theater. These stairs should have some sort of vision tape on them so that people don't fall down them. Anyway, this was really satisfying. I know this was a little bit shorter than some of the videos I've recorded of this recently, just because the specific goals that I had today didn't take quite as long. But I hope you still enjoyed it anyway. I had a lot of fun. It was very satisfying. And so for now, I'm going to leave this here, but thank you all so much for watching. I hope you liked it. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!